Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Kanye West says his focus is on his children, specifically teaching them to punch Pete Davidson in the junk. Dr. Dre turns 57 today. He'll celebrate his birthday with his less successful brother, Chiropractor. Disney is planning to build housing developments all over the country called Story Living Communities. They should pattern them after The Little Mermaid, because I have a feeling a lot of people who buy in are going to be underwater within 3 years.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in Monday for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Not everybody's day goes according to plan. A lot of people, when their day falls apart, go online and share what's happened. I share their stories with you. Epic fails on Rock 107.
Have you heard about the lonesome loser? He's a loser, but he still keeps on trying.
I told a customer to have a nice day. Little did I know it'd make her have an emotional breakdown and nearly cause me to lose my job.
Loser?
Someone sent me disgusting private pictures all because he asked if I wanted to swap pics, and I said sure. But I thought he meant selfies.
I'm a loser.
Their lack of success makes us feel better about our lives. Epic fails on Rock 107. I learned that all of the anonymous Valentine gifts I've ever received throughout high school were sent out of pity by my sister.
Are you a big loser? Yes, you are. You are a loser.
My mother met a new member of my band who's a piano player from Mexico City. She introduced herself as my mother, then asked him if he spoke Spanish or Mexican. This led to a long talk about how they speak Spanish in Mexico, too. She didn't believe him.
Am I a loser?
Their defeat is our victory. Epic fails on Rock 107. My mom lost her mind because I was teaching my daughter about tampons. Apparently, they were created by radical feminists to trick women into stealing their own virginities in order to make them unsuitable brides for decent men.
Loser.
I woke up and realized I was soaked. My cat had marked his territory on me. The bed is ruined. I got broken up with by a professional clown who lives with his elderly parents and doesn't have a car. This is definitely a low point.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
This happened right down the road in the Lehigh Valley in Heidelberg Township. A guy saved his neighbor from a fire Wednesday. They were trapped upstairs, so he grabbed a ladder, crawled under the smoke, pulled out a woman, then went back in to get her baby, went in a third time to save another girl, and then a fourth time to save the family dog. Everyone got out okay.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
It's time for another Rock 107 Prospector's unnecessarily censored fairy tale. Good morning, I'm Rock 107's Prospector. Today's reading, The Hare and the Tortoise. There was once a speedy hare who bragged about how fast he could. Tired of hearing him boast, the tortoise challenged him to a. All the animals in the forest gathered to watch. The hare down the for a while, then paused to rest. He looked back at the tortoise and cried out, "How do you expect to when you're along at your slow pace?" The hare himself out alongside the road and fell asleep, thinking there's plenty of time to relax. The tortoise never ever stopping until he came to. The animals who were watching cheered so loudly for tortoise that they woke up the hare. The hare stretched and began to again, but it was too late. Tortoise had already crossed the finish line. It's another unnecessarily censored fairy tale on Rock 107. Good-looking people already make more money, and they fall back afterwards into random hookups and all that. Guess what? They got another advantage on the rest of us. Or on the rest of you, I should say. Good morning. I'm Rock 107's Prospector. A new study found attractive people have better immune systems. Researchers in Texas took pictures of college students from the neck up, no smiles, no makeup on the women, tested their blood to see how strong their immune system were, and then had 500 other people rate how attractive they were. And it turned out the hottest ones had the strongest immune systems. And then I realized something. We're in the midst of a pandemic, global pandemic. I have not gotten COVID. 2.5, almost 3 years. I've not gotten COVID. That just made me realize I'm drop dead gorgeous. I'm going to call my wife, Tara, and let her know the good news.
Hello.
Hello, it's your husband. How are you? Good morning.
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You don't say good morning? I say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, there you go. So I just had a question for you here this morning. I want to know how it feels to be married to a gorgeous man. How does that feel?
Great.
I'm smart. We knew I'm smart and funny and all that. You knew that going in, right?
Absolutely.
Did you know I was gorgeous? I mean, like, drop dead gorgeous.
I did know that.
Okay. Well, that's good. I wasn't sure myself, but do you want to know why I know I'm gorgeous?
Why?
Because I did not get coronavirus. That's why I know I'm good looking.
What?
Yeah. Now, so far, I mean, obviously this could change, but there's a new study that says good-looking people have better immune systems than non-good-looking people. So that also means not only am I good-looking, you're gorgeous too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I'll take that.
We're like the hottest couple in the world. How about that?
We probably are.
I mean, let's be honest about that. I mean, we are just two good-looking pieces of tail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a big study where they took 150 college students and took pictures of them from the neck up. They weren't allowed to smile. The woman couldn't wear makeup. And then they ranked those people. Other people ranked them on attractiveness. And then they also did tests to find out who had the strongest immune systems. And good-looking people have better immune systems. So because we have neither one of us have gotten coronavirus, I figure that makes us smoking hot, right?
Yeah, we're pretty good looking.
What are we going to do with all our hotness?
I don't even know. I'm not sure.
Here's my plan. Are you ready?
Yes.
We move to Hollywood, become famous models / actors because we're just so darn hot.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right, there you go.
Fine.
You think this is a good idea? It's not risky at all, right?
No, I'm in.
All right, well, that's all I had to tell you. I just wanted to tell you that I'm gorgeous and you're gorgeous too. We're just two of the hottest people in Northeast PA.
All right.
Carry that with you through the day. Let everybody know at work how hot you are.
I will. I'll tell everybody.
All right, Tara. Congratulations on being gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Wait, I just caught a glimpse of myself in the computer monitor, a reflection. I'm not so good looking after all.
What's a yambag? A fool, an idiot, a blockhead, a dunce, or an ignoramus. You know, a dullard, simpleton, or a clot, nitwit, dipstick, pea-brain, mouth breather, or cretin.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Day as decided by you at rock107.com.
Here are the nominees. Nominee number 1.
Being a bartender at Applebee's probably has its perks, but nothing's being worth threatened with a meat cleaver. A 58-year-old man named Michael Dowsa went to an Applebee's in Washington State 2 weeks ago and was asked to show proof of vaccination. The county requires proof of a COVID vaccine or a negative test to enter restaurants and bars. Well, Michael didn't have it and flipped out, so he was asked to leave. A bartender escorted him out, but once they were outside, Michael began yelling at the bartender and waving a meat cleaver over his head. Then he lunged at the bartender. He was able to slam the door in the man's face and no one was hurt. Police later tracked Michael down and arrested him for assault. Michael even admitted threatening the guy with the knife, but saying he didn't do anything wrong. It's unclear where he got the meat cleaver. It's hard to imagine he had it on his person, but Applebee's may have delicious boneless wings. It's not really the kind of fancy place that leaves meat cleavers lying around.
Nominee number 2.
Hey, the good thing about getting into a shootout with a stormtrooper, they're probably going to miss. The California Highway Patrol pulled over a Mustang for speeding, but the driver sped off. He wound up pulling over on a side street, and he and his passenger ran away on foot, but cops quickly tracked them down. There was still a guy in the back seat of the car, though, and cops repeatedly told him to come out, but he wouldn't move. So cops slowly approached the car with their guns drawn and found The guy in the back seat was actually a life-size statue of a Star Wars stormtrooper. Now the cops are trying to figure out if it was stolen.
And the winner is...
the guy who attacked an Applebee's employee with a meat cleaver. You are the Yambag of the day, and we'll move into Friday's Yambag of the Week competition. Stay tuned tomorrow morning for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Week right here on Rock 107. Listen to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.